having a blowjob.
So something that tells me that I am in the right career is that I get really, really, really sad when people don't love giving blowjobs because I know that the throat is just like the pussy. The throat can bloom open into this surrender of penetration that feels so good. But when she's not taken care of, when she's not treated consensually, just like a pussy, she can close down and feel pain and not want to be penetrated anymore. So if you hate giving blowjobs, it's usually because your throat hasn't been treated with consent. It hasn't been treated with honor and reverence the way it deserves. And if you disassociate during a blowjob, it can leave your throat feeling very, very vulnerable, which isn't a nice feeling. And so a lot of us, because we never learned how to truly love a blowjob, how to be in ourselves during a blowjob, we actually check out during the experience. And if your body is choking or being penetrated in a really deep way and you're not there with it in the experience, it can actually be kind of scary and uncomfortable. So this is why a lot of us don't love blowjobs. So if you don't love them, don't feel ashamed about it, but instead this video is going to teach you how to fall in love with a blowjob, not for him or them, but literally for you, because it will feel so good once you decide to do this for yourself. If you want to learn all kinds of amazing bedroom secrets, I've created a digital guide called Epic Lovers. It takes you through the 6 different types of sex: sensational sex, electric sex, tantric sex, wild sex, enlightened sex, and kinky sex. And you can learn all the different practices that will invite you into this multi-dimensional erotic experience by finding the link down below. It's a totally free guide, and it's actually really, really, really amazing and can open this incredible portal for you and a partner to take your sexual experiences to the next level. And if you want to stay in touch for so much more epic sex and legendary love, remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel. So there's many different ways to give an epic blowjob. I have shared some of the guides here and here, but what I'm going to do today is really focus on you falling in love with it. And obviously the teaching accoutrement is going to be a dance troupe with bananas. So you're welcome. Step number 1 is learn to find a rhythm you love. So something I get told all the time is when men like open up and they start to tell me their deepest secrets and like what really like touches them, they're like, if she doesn't have rhythm, it's real hard, right? So one of the ways to find rhythm is to actually pay attention to what feels good in your own mouth, right? Someone who's a bad kisser usually has no kissing rhythm. Someone who's bad at giving blowjobs usually has no blowjob rhythm. But one of the ways to find rhythm is to find like, oh, just if I was gonna kiss rhythmically, how would I suck a dick rhythmically, right? And so find that rhythm, play a piece of music if you need to, and learn what it is to have a rhythmic flow with your mouth, because that will actually feel good to you. It's like if you're kissing and you're out of rhythm and you're just kind of doing it and you're going through the motions, it's not gonna feel like a good kiss. If you're kissing rhythmically and you're really in tune with this kind of wave-like motion, it's gonna start to feel good to your body, good to your mouth. Same thing with a blowjob. The next thing to focus on is to feel into what feels good to you and to relax into it and find your own enjoyment. So like 101 of doing anything for anybody is you got to find your own comfort and alignment first. If you're doing it just for the other person, if you're doing it out of like bitterness or because you have to or whatever, or you're doing things that don't feel good to you, you're not going to want to do it. And it's not going to feel good to the other person, right? What men tell me all the time is the best blowjobs are when my partner clearly loves it. And the way to start to love it is to find how you can enjoy it. So the same as when you're having sex, if you're like really tight and rigid and you don't want to be there, you're not going to have a good time, right? So one of the things you want to start to practice is what does it feel like for your throat to open and relax? For you to actually enjoy the, let's be honest, slightly uncomfortable sensation of having a dick in your mouth. You really want to figure things out like how can you breathe comfortably while you're going through this experience? How can you soften into it and actually find the part of you that's like, oh wow, this is like being a contortionist, right? Like it's not like a natural thing. I mean, it's sort of natural in that nature made it, but like it's like kind of unnatural in the fact that it's sort of like you're like suspended from the ceiling on like silk ropes and you have to like contort your body, right? But you can find the enjoyment of it by relaxing into it and making art out of it. So we've kind of been lightly shamed about blowjobs and like, ooh, you know, like go suck a dick or whatever. It's like an insult, but actually it's one of the highest ways to worship and to be in devotion to your partner. So just like if you were doing one of those cool Cirque du Soleil performances and you would find the surrender and the art in something kind of complicated and a little bit tricky, it's the same thing with a blowjob. What does it feel like to learn to breathe in a certain way and relax in a certain way so that you can find the surrender and the art in what is kind of an awkward position? The last piece of guidance, it sounds really simple, but actually it works wonders, is to get your whole body involved. Why? Because if your body's stiff and you're just using your head and your neck, it's awkward, right? When you actually move your whole body and get your whole body into it, you're gonna enter a flow state much more easily. Not to mention, it's very sexy for the person receiving when your whole body is involved versus just your head. So literally think of it as a whole body experience, not just a mouth and head experience, and you'll find an even deeper rhythmic flow state, which is the sexiest space to be in for this. So if you want more detailed guides on how to have the most epic sex ever, go ahead and check out the Epic Lovers Digital Guide down below. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and one more shot from the Banana Dance Troupe.